I'd like to take the last few minutes of my presentation to talk about a cause that, for any of you in this audience that are looking for a cause for your organization, is a great one. It's called Christel House. Christel House feeds, educates, and motivates, inspires, and transforms the lives of thousands and thousands of kids around the world. Imagine, if you will, your children getting ready for school in an environment tomorrow morning that looks like this. It recruits from some of the poorest communities that we all have hotels in, this being in India. Imagine waking up on a rainy day, the floor is wet, having to trek to a communal bathroom where you're asked to bring water back, and hopefully you have a mother that has a hot stove that could warm it enough to give you a sponge bath. These are the conditions that these children live in here at Christel House, India. Imagine, though, that your child is allowed to board a magical bus that takes you to a world of transformation, and that is Christel House. When you arrive, you're given a warm, a hot, a healthy breakfast. You're allowed doctors and nurses and care. These are some of the most switched on, smart, motivated kids from South Africa to Venezuela that I've ever seen. This is an organization that so many hospitality companies are supporting, and so many more could today. These are some of the best teachers in country that are taking these kids to levels of standardized testing that's at the very top of the decile system. It is, despite those hardships that you just saw those children living in, 93% of them return every year. 95% of them show up every day. Despite, again, the conditions they're living in, 95% of them graduate. And unheard of, 94% of these kids in those communities go on to higher education. Many of you in this room had a chance to meet Stephanie. This is a South Africa Christel House student who showed up at one of our large industry association events called ARDA, the American Resort and Development Association. I think Howard Nussbaum is here, and that show's coming up again, and Christel House is always part of it. And Stephanie went on and is now working for Sheraton Hotels in Mexico. So many of the management trainees from Protea Hotels, which is now a Marriott corporate entity, are working for Christel House. And I could tell you, when it comes to engaging the hearts and minds of the associates, this does it. This does it better than most. One of Christel's most favorite expressions, it's on all of her collateral, is this, which I think is a beautiful one. Give a child a fish, and we could give any child a fish. We could all reach out to in our pocketbooks today and write a check or give a donation to Christel House. We'll feed that child for a day, but teach that child to fish, which is what Christel House is all about, and we feed that child for a lifetime. This amazing woman, Christel Dahan, her story really hasn't been told, but it's a beautiful story, and it needs more support if any of you are looking for a cause that's great in terms of motivating and trust me, and inspiring your associates. One of my great mentors who I've had the chance to know over the years is the son of the founder of Holiday Inn, Spence Wilson. Spence, who runs the Holiday Inn Club Vacation organization, would tell you that nothing more inspires his associates, nothing more uplifts them, nothing more motivates them than this cause. But on behalf of all of the efforts that all of you in this room do to support Christel House, and there's a lot of support there, but more importantly, corporate social responsibility. I'd just like to say thanks and wish you all a great HiCap. Thank you very much.